Good morning, everybody. In the second episode of chapter Kings, Farmers, and Cities, History Class 12, I'm going to discuss some very important contents of this chapter. As for example, if we are going to open the pages of this chapter, then a very important topic is mentioned, and this is the uh, notions theory. What do you mean by the notion of kingship theory? Divine theory means how did a king present themselves in front of people, among the people, as a god? What was the position of a king in the society? This type of information is mentioned. Actually, a very significant development during the post-Mauryan period was the growth of the divine notion of the kingship. The kings started to identify themselves with a variety of deities in order to claim high status and to maintain it. In order to declare the kingship supernatural or divine, they held that they were the descendants of the deities. In fact, they wanted to declare themselves a special and superior status among the people. Some informations also we have, as for example, during the period of Kushan dynasty, the king of Kushan dynasty were adopted a title, the son of God. As for example, a very famous king Kanishk also adopted a title, Devaputra. It is very similar to the tradition of China, because in China kings also adopted such type of information, that they adopted the Swargaputra, the son of heaven. So the title of king was just like a title of China. Now another example we can give in the Mauryan period, Devanam Piyadasi means a king who are very closest to the god. God loves to a king, and he is the Ashoka, the great. Similarly, if we are talking about some other periods, as for example in the period of Gupta dynasty, then some very famous title like God dwelling on the earth. The Gupta king adopted significant title like Maharaja Dhiraj, Param Bhattarika, Prithviraj, Ekadhiraj, or Parameshwara. These all titles are showing that the supremacy of a king, how can they keep in the eyes of common people. They wanted to make their image themselves like a god or very near to God. They wanted to give the message that God is a representative of people on the earth. Similarly, a very famous evidence of this, especially related to the Gupta dynasty, and that is the Prayag Prashasti. Harishen was a very famous writer of this pillars, and in this script, King Samudragupta is mentioned as a Maharaja Dhiraj, a great king like a god. So such type of example mentioned as a divine theory of kinship. Similarly, if we are talking about the how a common people life reconstructed in the history, means how the history of common people reconstructed in the past. There are so many sources as for inscriptions, pillars, some copper plates, some cave writing. These all are some very important evidences. But generally in these evidences, informations are related to the king, not related to the common people. So historians try to get this information through the help of some very popular literature like Panchtantra, like Jataka story. In the first century of Indian history, Jataka story was going to start to compile more than 500 stories related to the pre-life of Gautam Buddha. And very common stories are mentioned in this literature related to the common people. As for example, a Gandh Tund, a story of Jataka story, mention about a king, how a cruel king rejected, neglected by common people. How did not only the common people very angered, very dissatisfied, but also the birds, the animals were also rejected such type of king. Similarly, in Panchtantra is also mentioned so many folklores about the common people, and by the help of such type of historical evidences, they reconstructed the history of common people. Similarly, third topic I am going to start from this chapter, from this topic. How did during the 600 BCE to 600 AD agricultural production was improving day by day? First of all, farmers promoted to use the harrow of iron. Before the iron harrow, they were using the wood harrow, and they were using the animals, means mainly the ox, to plugging the agricultural field. But sometime they were using horses also, and very good quality of agricultural field was converted into a fertile land through this new types of plugging. Some irrigational facilities were also developed during this period. So many canals like Sudarshan Lake was improved by Rudradaman, who was mainly made by Chandragupta Maurya, and some other, the king of the regional kings, the Gram Pradhan, the panchayats were also developing their irrigation facilities to improve the agricultural production per hectares. So these are some very important information about the increasing the agricultural production during this period. Some other topic I am going to discuss to you. A very famous tradition was the land donation. What was the process of land donation? land donation was a very famous tradition in the ancient time. This is only by the king and some other feudals who were appointed by the kings. The value of donated land is not equal. The donation given by king to the Brahmins, the value of this land is very different, and there was no any revenue tax collected because this is a land for religious purpose. There was no tradition that any woman could donate the land, but there is one exception. The Prabhavati Gupta Tak dynasty, she donated the agricultural land among the some farmers, some businessmen who were related to the oil industries, oily people, and similarly, only the elder son can donate the agricultural land. So these are some traditions of this ancient time during the 600 BCE to 600 AD. We are going to finish this chapter, means this topic, and I am going to give some very important topic on the basis of this discussion. You must write, note these questions in your notebook. Thank you. Have a nice day.